All right, here we go.
Kill
Here
this
we go.
TV.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Everyone. On with the show. This is it. So you've been working on the car all day long, huh? For Mama Hot.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
Mm-hmm.
been a nightmare. So,
Yeah.
and my phone is being horrible again today. So, trying to get back from looking at the chat. But are we live yet, Rex? We're live. Hello,
We are
everybody.
live. Yes, we
We
are
got
live.
Halle and Omer in the house.
See
Hello,
what
boys.
happens when
Hello,
I don't
boys.
play the trailer?
Yeah, took me off guard there,
He gets
everybody. Happy Mother's Day,
confused.
everyone.
Mhm. Thanks for showing sending the link out for the show. Not even begun yet, Howder. I appreciate that. Omer Glitch in the house. Hello. Yes, Devil Flyer is up on Fun My Comic. New stuff added. Uh, yeah, I wanted to show you this. Uh, I guess you see this up here. It says you've almost reached your monthly usage limited on the free plan up here top.
Right. Yeah, no, I checked it out
Learn.
last night when we got off the phone or got off the show, and
Okay.
I still got over 8 hours, so it's no big deal.
Well, there you go. I mean, then I look at mine here and um, resets June 3rd. That tells you when it resets. That's cool. And
That's what I forgot to check what the reset date was. I have to do that.
so it looks like maybe I got 17 hours. Is that right? And 7 minutes? Oh, 17 hours, 7 minutes used to 20 hours. So I am
All
indeed
right.
getting pretty close. Resets June
Well,
3rd. That's fine.
ooh,
We'll take care of it. We will take care of that. But I wanted to show you that how to do that, how to find that. I've been telling you
very
about it,
cool.
and it's like I'll just show
Hmm.
you on mine. Mulberries coming out on the little tree. They're getting dark. That's
Oh,
about as big as they get.
really?
Hmm.
Ooh, I bet you them babies are sour.
Yeah, they are. PBR in
Yeah.
the house.
Cool. Hey, PBR.
Nothing happened. I was just showing him how to check how many hours he had left on the free plan. Easy to do right there, and when you log into StreamYard. Like, I went over to see Mother and
Hey,
my
Scarlet.
mother. Hey, Scarlett. Happy Mother's Day, Scarlett. And my mother gave me the write up on, I told her Terry had passed away. She was 75 years old. That's my neighbor right there that passed away the other day,
Oh,
right before Mother's Day. So, that's not great for her son. But I was shocked to see that she was born in 1950 and was 75. I thought she seemed younger than that to me. Uh, Teacher of like 30 years at the university here, but sort of a satellite, you know. Uh, so her little obituary right up here talks about her
and happy
mission
Mother's Day, Scarlet.
mission work
If,
that
if
she
you are.
did. And I met her brother, but not recently.
Mm.
I have met him a couple times. I haven't seen him around, although they had a lot of visitors over there yesterday, and I could see why because the visitation was yesterday.
Of course.
Yeah, of course, I missed it.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's had some. I'm sure there's a lot to be cleaned up over there, and things to be taken care of. So maybe he got the cleaning crew to come over there because she would have her house cleaned and stuff. She was very weak in the final days. Did you take your mom the laundry? I did not. I did pick up my work shirts. That's pretty much what I sent her, that and a free comic book day shirt that I had. Uh, Thanks, hon. Happy Mother's Day to Mama Rex. Yes, absolutely. She'll be 90 in August 15th. Uh, and then after that, I went to the Dollar Tree and got some couple of, what do you call them, Insta meals or whatever. I mean, mashed potatoes and gravy. They're thawing out in the oven right now. You know, they won't take long to fix. Um, and I didn't want them to be ready, and then we got to do the show, and I get to it, they're cold, so we'll just cook those after the show. Um, and I went to the comic book store. I thought because the dollar store is the comic book store is on the way to the dollar store, that particular one. And I thought, well, I'll see if they're open on Sundays. Nobody was there except me and the guy that ran it. I'd never seen him there before. I guess he only works maybe weekends or maybe just Sunday. Seems like that guy might have worked at the other one too. That closed down. I'll have to ask him about that. I said, I'll have to come in here and more Sundays. But I did pick up a few things thinking about the two spinner racks that if, I get that little hand chainsaw like you've got, and I can get into my trailer, after getting the branches out off of the door. Because last time I was out there, and it's been a while since then, I might need a heavy chainsaw for that, but I'm going to try that little thing first. You know, I can use that
Yeah, I
around
mean,
here for edges and all kinds of stuff.
yeah, dude,
Anyway.
I tested it out the other day. I chopped up a nice big stack of, firewood-sized sticks
Mhm.
for the pit in like 10 minutes. Something like that. It was a nice little handy device.
They've started something new at the comic book store, and that's always cool. I think incentive plans. Uh, Bonesy Jonesy's Bucks. Okay. For every $15 purchase, you will get, a little stamp in the square, right? So I
Uh-huh.
spent 30 something dollars. So I got two stamped. It's not just 15, you know, just every 15, so that incentivizes you to buy more, I guess. Redeem for, man, this lighting in here sucks. If I do say so myself. And I do. Oh, that's not even the magnifying part. That's just the stand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Let's see if this helps. Just the percentage here. Where is it? Redeem 10 stamps for 25% off one item. So
Yeah. Well,
25%
yeah.
off one item, and maybe you buy expensive item, then that 25% could be fairly significant. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you
Of
never
course,
know.
they're making money, and it's a good incentive, plan, and it's free. I was going to spend the money anyway. Um,
Yeah. So there you go. Why not?
yeah. So I got the reprint of this. I hate when they really mark these up. So I got the ones that were fairly, close, or were like they round up. Like it's $4.99 is $5. Jason
Right.
Bascom in the house. Hello, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Uh,
Good to see you on Hinged
so
Entertainment.
I have an original here, and I think I have like a Dutch or another version of this. They actually did a cart. They actually drew it out drew it out instead of it being a
Oh,
photo. So I've got a
oh,
couple of
okay.
different versions of this, and I did buy it when it originally came out in the 80s. But I thought this would be a pretty cool one to put on the spinner rack
Yeah, that's not bad.
with the photo cover, of the actor or whatever being caught as Peter Parker. Reprint. And this is a
Oi,
classic
oi, happy birthday, Carrie, and happy Mother's Day. Although you're not a
reprint.
mother, still.
The
Bye
no
bye now.
dialogue G.I. Joe issue.
Oh. Okay.
No dialogue, just the story told in pictures. And it's been probably since this thing came out and I bought it that I've actually flipped through this and seen it. So that'll be cool to
Mhm.
see that story again after so many years. And Herculoids, I think I'm gonna put them down on my box, on my pool box, but I got a issue 3 there with Tundro.
Oh
And
wow. Ah, that's pretty wild looking.
Herculoids.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Who's doing Herculoids now? What company?
That is dynamite.
Dynamite. Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So I had to put that on my pull list. You know, all I have is Spawn, and all the other one of these were, you know, the villains, and I meant to grab the stack that I have in there.
Wait.
Uh, hey, Carrie and Mike Walters in the house.
Oh,
Um,
chat's a hopping today.
Chat be a hopping on Mother's Day.
Yeah,
Happy birthday, Carrie, by the way, and happy Mother's Day if you are one. Uh,
that's right.
Absolutely.
And
Happy
happy
birthday
Mother's
to
Day
Carrie.
to
Today's the
everybody's mom
11th
out
is
there.
her birthday. I got candy for my kid, but no flowers. I was plenty planted in the garden. I have
Oh,
plenty planted. Yeah, I mean, I
well,
could
the
have picked
candy's
up
the
some
best part
seeds.
anyway. I mean, let's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know? Are you going to do part 2 on your review Saturday? What did
Of
you do last? Was it black and white?
black and white. Yeah, RT Bear. I
Yeah, you
believe
going to do
so.
number 2 this Saturday?
Yeah, I haven't gone. I haven't gone through the box yet, but that should be the next one in order.
Let me see if I have those comics. Well, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to do this. Entertain the folks just for a minute while I grab those books.
Da, 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 da,
Do it.
da, da,
On with the
da.
show. This is it.
Over the curtain lights. This is it. The highlight. Uh-oh. Anyhow, good to see everybody today, and I hope you're all having a wonderful Mother's Day. Uh, Mine has been frustrating and non-productive while working on the wife's car, which was going to be part of her Mother's Day present. So, but I shall not be defeated. We just need the right tool for the job, so it will be done. It's just going to have to take another day till I can borrow the right tool from work, bring it home. Need more leverage. Got to have leverage. But other than that, it's been an interesting day. Uh, and we're getting ready to, I think I'm going to put a steak out on the grill after a while. Have a little steak for dinner tonight. For Mama Hawk and the babies and I.
Apex
Here's Rex.
Comics in the house. Hey, Apex.
Hey, Apex.
So I went in there and I had these handy. So why not show them? The Alex Ross sort of villains, you know. The lizard. There's your lizard
Oh,
representation
that's
for
cool.
today, Lorenzo. That's neat.
Yeah,
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
yeah, I like that
So
one.
cool. What he does with watercolor. I'm assuming it's watercolor. That's what I've been told that he kind of works in, right?
Okay,
Um,
yeah, I wasn't sure.
Galactus, the big man himself.
Yeah, I've seen this one. That's pretty cool.
These
I
are
like the
ones that I
color
bought
palette.
at my local comic book store in the
Mm-hmm.
past that I just couldn't live without. Um, Good
Just
thing
has
because
to have
some
one.
of them are going. And Mephisto,
Oh, yeah, that's a nice one.
yeah, they're all nice. He does a great job. And Doom, Doctor Doom.
Gotta love Doom.
What is your preference for how steak is cooked, Shadowhawk?
Medium rare carrots, the only way to fly.
Mm-hmm. I must concur. And
I want it still twitching a little bit.
Annihilus. I always love Annihilus.
Oh, that'd be cool one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great character. He never really got used a whole lot, though, did he?
And this was in with those, and I know I had it up there and said somebody better you better take it down because they might report you and all like anti-Hitler comics. Well, it says anti on it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's obviously not supporting
Right. But to some
it.
people, so
I mean, interesting choice for a title, I guess.
and I think I got a great deal with this one because this was the only one that was like $4, which is probably closer to the original price. All the others were 8, like double that. And this is the one I wanted anyway. Red Skull with the Cosmic Cube.
Ooh,
Here,
that's cool.
could I have the Red Skull? Fear my elbow. Go ahead, fear it.
Feel the power of the Red Skull's elbow.
There you
American
go.
Big Dog.
And of course, I cleared out my spawns. Let's see, we've got. Let's start with this one, that one. Put them in order. There we go.
Oh,
So
sorry, you've been getting the new ones out.
I do. Yes, I do get the new ones, and then they have different covers, but they give me what they want.
Yeah, you almost tempted me into buying Spawn again, but
Well, I mean, they're $2.99, holding the line at $2.99, as DC
yeah,
used to say. Um,
yeah, they didn't
and
say that for
so
very long though.
Spawn, well, a few years, but I don't know. You're correct. I mean, Todd McFarlane was like, in 20 years, we've we've only raised it $1 from $1.99 to $2.99. I'm like, yeah, you know what? That deserves
That's
me
true.
starting to collect Spawn again. I mean, if nothing else, it's collectible. I think it will be collectible. You know, and I
Oh,
probably should have been collecting it from the get go. Because I mean, it's
and
so
at this
darn good.
point, it's one of the longest ongoing titles. If
Oh, the
not the
longest independent title, yeah.
is it?
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. So
three, yeah, with number 300, 301, really, because Cerebus did 300, and he
right,
said he
right.
was only going
So,
to 300 issues. So, yeah, yeah. Sadly, Spawn got a price hike. Oh, did it? I did notice one of
hey,
them
Gable.
was hiked up, but um, we'll take a look at that. That's maybe you know some of the like gun-singing Spawn and all like that. Man, they've been pumping them out for months now. Man, they're like up in the I don't know 20s or 30s issues.
Oh
They
wow.
they've come out with a bunch since since they first came out. 360 here. Hell on Earth is coming. Various artists do these. Sometimes I get McFarlane, sometimes I don't. They give me what they want me to have.
Oh, oh, Canada.
I don't look and say, "Hey, I want that cover of this." Just give me whatever.
The tariffs aren't going to last too long, Gable. It'll be all right.
361 here. 40 issues of Gunslinger Spawn. Okay.
Wow. Already?
I think it's gone up July's issue. Well, we'll see. Let's see if it has this is February, March, June, or March, April. We'll see. 362. I'll probably stick with it, but if they do a price hike on it, I might rethink it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm definitely putting Herculoids on my pull list. Um, this was $3.99, so I got to think about it. With 363 April, so maybe they started a month earlier. Yeah, $3.99.
Hey, okay,
It's
Bob
almost looks
Chunky.
like a photo cover,
Happy Mother's Day, Mother you be.
photorealistic. Maybe it's
Yeah, it's pretty
McFarlane
cool.
toy photographed. I don't know, but yeah, this might be the first 3.99
Mm.
issue. So paid the extra buck, but yeah, $4. Yeah, $4, $4, $4. It adds up. So
Yeah, yeah, that's
might
it
drop
quick.
Spawn. That's my allegiance to Spawn. Not very. You know, Still working on this piece. Haven't done any more to it, but I will. We'll get back
That
to
one's coming
painting
out
that.
pretty cool.
finish that one. Yeah. Um, 20 pages of Gunslinger for $2.99. The price hike commenced. Yeah. Well,
Uh,
it seems like he'll drop the price back down if he can. Well, if he has a lot of people with readership, slackens off. I don't know. He's doing a whole Spawn universe here and trying to get it. K-pop junkie in the house. Hi, K-pop. Uh, trying to get you know the new movie out at some point.
yeah, if it's due to the tariffs, that stuff's not going to last all that long. I
I
really don't think.
Due to the tariffs, yeah, blame it on Trump and what he's doing with the tariff, and maybe it is,
Well,
in the
it's going to
for a
probably
while.
increase the
Yeah,
shipping for Todd if he's having his books printed in Canada. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
I
might
mean,
want
it
to
might
consider
be,
that.
because it
Yeah,
probably is. I mean, uh,
I- I mean, he's probably got all of his distribution and everything set up, near his home. I would imagine.
I
So,
mean, that's something all of us need to be working on is how to get comics the price down, 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 more affordable for people. It used to be cheap entertainment, a dime, a quarter here, whatever, 50 cents there. Um,
right.
and it's no longer. It's just like, man, when you're paying $4 a book, $4 a book, $4 a book, you better really want it. And most of them are just floppies, you better put some excitement into those, and even then
Right.
a lot of people might be better off. And I think I probably glommed on this a while back. Um, go to Barnes and Nobles and get the reprints in trade paperback, get all the series. Ultimately you're going to be saving a lot of money than buying all the floppies.
Oh yeah. I mean,
15, $16 and you got
and
multiple
in the
issues,
long run, probably save you a lot of floor space in your house too, because you
a
don't
lot
have
of
to fill up.
space. Now I will say you get those in a long box, you can't lift it. You better put the long box where you want it and put all those trade paperbacks in there, or a short box even. It gets heavy with those trade paperbacks. Uh,
There you go, Apex.
I stopped monthlies ages ago. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I should be able to get a floppy and a Coke and still walk out under $5. Gable says. Yeah, I mean that's one thing I'm going to be working on is how to drop the price. Uh, and still have quality. Now, I did get my check in the mail yesterday, so I know what I earned. Um, the letter in the mail
There
uh,
you go, Apex.
LZ to reimburse him for the vet, and if I did put the medicine and the rabies tag in there or whatever, that was like $400 that blew out of the truck,
Oh shit.
you know,
Yeah. Well.
which uh, I mean, did I pay the 400? No, I did not. But I mean, it was given to me as samples. Now the rabies, they did give her a rabies shot, but that was anyway. We'll work it out. But all I know is she needs that medicine for her heart. Supposed to give it to her in
Right.
something
Yeah.
twice a day, and I don't know how long that'll last me and how much of ultimately something like that will cost me. Uh,
What?
but my dog's
Sorry.
health, well, other than that and her needing her heartworm medicine, you know, because he gave me 6 months of worth of heartworm medicine. And I may have just been too tired and said, okay, I'll put this in with the turtle. And I'm thinking, would I do that? I don't know. I was too damn tired. Probably should have spent the night. That was what I was wanting to do, but you know, didn't. So definitely want to try Peter Smitty's thing. Newsprint is dope. Yeah, I'm thinking heavily about getting a scanner. Because I definitely could do. For what it would cost maybe to get this Hewlett Packard uh, fixed scanner. I can get a new scanner, to scan things with. Uh, Probably need to do that this year. Moving to hard covers, omnibuses, or just weird old back issue hunting. Yeah. I checked out some of their most recent stuff, and it was like, and that Ghost. They're also doing Space Ghost. I guess it's Dynamite. I didn't look that quickly, but they were like on issue 10, 11 in the back issue thing. And it's like, I don't really want to get on, you know. And Space Ghost, great, you know, Hanna Barbera along with Herculoids, but I'd be more interested in reading Herculoids than I would Space Ghost. Um, especially since it's, kind of pricey. I got my own book to put out. $5 for number three, and
Hail,
maybe I
Father's
could
Art.
pick up a number two, or. So I didn't overdo it really. Skybound
Yeah.
actually, Skybound, which is kind of like Images thing, right? Uh, Kurt,
Yeah, I think so. No, that's
Kurt from Image,
Skybound is whatchamacallit,
Kurt, Kurt,
the guy that
it's
did Walking Dead.
right, Kurt something.
Kirkman. Kirkman.
Kirkman, yeah, Kirkman. Okay, Skybound, yeah, this was done through Skybound, the GI Joe, without any dialogue. Uh, so
Yeah.
thinking about what I want to put on in the raw, you know, some of those facsimiles might be pretty cool to put in the raw on the spinner rack. Of course, they got full versions too that are more expensive, about $8 a pop. But man, that stuff adds up after a while.
Oh yeah, dude.
Space Ghost is supposed to start a new number one, but it's continuation of 2024
Excuse me.
level. I do like the omnibus. Great way to build your muscles. Yeah, they're huge. Wacky Race, Johnny Quest, etc.
Or
I've been
carry a couple of them
done a
around in
bunch.
a backpack or
New
whatever.
Dynamite interviews. They are doing a ton of crossovers. Are cool. Yeah, I mean, I love. DC was doing that for a while with. You know, I think they've got one with Johnny Quest called Space Quest and stuff like that that I kind of passed over, but right now, uh, Canon scanner I had was only $40. Wow. Yeah, I mean scanners are,
Really?
and you
Wow.
know what? I've got come to think of it, I've got another old scanner somewhere that I bought at Walmart years ago. Now, could it do the job? Oh, maybe I need to get it looking around, and find it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that DC was just doing Future Quest back years ago, and I think they
Prices have
came.
really come down on a lot of that kind of stuff too, right? So like even drawing tablets and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely like to try my hand at digital artwork. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
if nothing else, it'd be fun to try. You know,
Hmm. I'm sure I could
it's
come up with something.
it's getting to the
Now,
point where it's affordable. So if I tried it and didn't like it or whatever, I just give it to my daughter and let her play with it. She's got a degree in
oh yeah,
art, so
there you
she's
go.
worked on those things before. So
Hmm. Johnny Quest
um,
teams up with Flash Gordon, Mandrake, and the Phantom. Make it happen, Dynamite. Well, yeah. I mean, King Comics. They're under King Comics, so there would have to be, a deal struck.
yeah, that
How
was
about
great news
Pete Samedi
for Pete.
becoming his own printer? Yeah, I don't know what all that's about. I mean, I think he's trying to print his own stuff out, right? He's doing
Yeah,
like a mini
he's gonna
comic press.
publish. Yep, and any small creator that wants to go through him, he'll charge you a fairly small nominal fee to print your comics. Right now, they'd be more of a mini comic size. They're not full comic size,
Mhm.
but that's what he's kind of crowdfunding is to finance to get a full size where he can do print uh, print to order full size color.
Wow.
So
I
yeah,
mean,
pretty cool, man. It's it's kind of like what Ripple said he was going to do, but he's not really doing. So,
mhm.
because I don't think he's printing any of his own stuff. He's farming it all the printing out somewhere else, and then just distributing stuff. So I mean, I guess that makes you a publisher. I
Now, I mean, how much? I haven't looked at the campaign yet. How much is he asking for? Mm,
it depends. You can like pre-buy or space or like money towards your campaign. Like if you got something you're gonna want to print soon, like you can buy $50, $100, or whatever, and then when you're ready to print, you can apply that to a discount on your printing costs for however many books you want to do, whatever. So I just backed him. He had a T-shirt on there for like $30 with the imprint and stuff on it.
there you
So I
go.
just backed.
Support him
I
as
just backed
much as you
that
can.
since I'm not. I wasn't ready to invest on the printing part yet. I want to see how this turns out for him before I jump on
Yeah.
with both feet. But that'd be cool if I could go through Peter to get Battlehawk done.
Oh yeah, a mini comic. You can do just a mini to start off with. If that's what
Well,
he's holding up.
I'm planning on doing the ash can anyway to start. So I mean that would be perfect.
How about that beer in an ice bowl? I guess you drink it through a straw.
Oh, okay. Work for me. It
I
keeps your
mean,
beer nice and cold.
it'll keep it cold. What, you're gonna let it suds up all over the place? What the hell? It's a gimmick. Come on.
John Harris. Okay, I'll keep that in mind, PBR.
Clyde Clodwell.
Coldwell. Yeah. Something like
You can take your art to Staples or another shipping place and get high res scans done if you don't have one. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a little printing place around the corner from me that I was planning on using, but I mean, if peak stuff is doable, I might do that. Be nice to keep it in the indie
Apex
community.
says it's fair and detailed campaign, Rex. Yeah, I mean, initially you're going to put up an investment, right? But you hope that you're going to save money down the line.
Right. Basically,
Mhm.
from what I didn't like stick around for the whole launch and everything. I just kind of went checked out what the tiers were and all that stuff. And like from what I got from it was like, yeah, you'll get basically you're investing money now to get reimbursed later.
Look at this
So
actor reproducing a scene for a movie, I guess. Isn't that wild? Got the
oh
safety guys there. That guy's got some, werewolves to do this. I'm sure he's probably waiting for the ropes just to burn off of him or something.
I guess I'm sure he's
Because he
got
wait he waits in that fire for a while. Look at that. Man, yeah, put me out,
got the
put me out.
proper safety
Getting a
gear.
little warm.
Yeah. Like,
Just
I
wild.
think I'm starting to feel something. Time to go.
Yeah, yeah, my
Yeah, fuck all
is
that,
that
dude. I'm not
bacon?
setting myself on fire on purpose. I don't care if I got all the safety gear and guys with fire extinguishers in the world around me.
Yesterday would have been Fred Astaire's birthday. He won his first Emmy Award in 1980 for his Battlestar Galactica performance, and he was
Really?
pretty cool in that. Yeah, he played Starbuck's father.
Oh, that's
They
right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
thought he was like a con man. I didn't. I watched that not too long ago, sometime last year, I think. It really stuck with me.
Yeah,
That
I'm
was a
gonna
really
go back
great
and
story.
rewatch those old battle stars. Man,
It
I haven't
it,
seen
it
those in
turned
a
out after
long
the
time.
blood test that he was Starbuck's father.
Hmm. Alrighty then.
New toy recommendation for you there. Just a little Star Wars on Mother's Day.
Okay.
I did not. Sabu died. Oh no.
Sabu.
Uh, Apex says I'm going to try out the Peter Samedi campaign. He's planning on high quality book printings on his campaign. Yeah, I mean, I'll take a look at it. It would be. I mean, I would like to do that. I just, uh,
Well, like I said, I mean, if it's affordable as compared to just doing it here locally when it's time for me to go to print, I would gladly use Pete, just to keep things in
mhm,
the community.
yeah.
I think that would be really cool. Just like I'm
DC
planning on using Fund My Comic, so
DC Comics releasing this week Absolute Batman #8, Supergirl #1, Batman and Robin #21, Action Comics 1086, Batman Dark Patterns #6, Aquaman #5, Green Lantern Corps #4, DC versus Vampires World War V #9, Fire and Ice When Hell Freezes Over #2. None of these covers really grab me, to tell you the
oh,
truth.
pro wrestler savage. Oh no, I didn't know. Polly's. I'm not a big wrestling guy.
The Batman one catches my eye. Batman Dark Patterns, and the Absolute one does. I
Was that
saw
the
that
top
earlier.
top right corner there? Or?
Top left corner. Yeah,
Oh,
with
top
the
left. Okay.
stocky figure there in the snow or whatever it is. Yeah. Other than that, there's a lot of Fire and Ice looks gay as hell. But anyway, remember when covers used to be compelling and used to have something to do with the story?
Sometimes they actually had words on
Um, did that GI Joe
dialogue.
have words on
Even.
the cover? It has
Well, I
no
mean,
dialogue.
dialogue balloons. But you rarely see that anymore on covers.
What did I do with my GI Joe? It's down here by my Herculoids. Yeah, I mean the most unusual GI Joe story ever. That's all it said on the cover. That American GI Joe, a real American hero. So had a little bit of dialogue on it. I did not know this. Centipedes are some of the best moms amongst invertebrates.
Yeah,
Uh,
I hate
in,
centipedes.
in
Yeah.
the ultimate act of motherly sacrifice, some species offer themselves as the first feast for their young, ensuring that they will have enough food to give them the best possible start to life.
Wow. Okay. Talk about
Yeah,
dedicated. Happy Mother's Day, man. I'm gonna
yeah,
just
right,
snack on your thigh here for a minute. I hope you don't mind.
right. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like she doesn't have 1,000. You know, got a
Okay,
lot of
yeah,
legs
200
on a
copies
centipede.
is the maximum. But still, that's awesome. And it's perfect for, smaller campaigns that are, especially first time like me. Um, uh,
Eaten alive. Wow.
yeah, man. I mean, that's, when they taste the best. Nice and
Yeah. Well, it's
fresh.
fresh. Fresh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't get no fresher
This
than
is
that.
a 1972 D Tomaso Panthera undergoing a chemical dip process used in the classic car restoration to remove paint and rust. Yeah,
Pantera, maybe?
Pantera. Well, I mean, if they made them, I'm not a big car guy,
Yeah,
so
they,
what
they,
I know.
they didn't. They did make a car called Pantera back in the day.
Okay, so this is yeah. So I mean, they
They're pretty
just dipped the
cool.
whole car. Check that out.
Oh yeah, that's fun. Those are cool little cars.
and they
stripped it
leave it in
down
there
to,
for days, for
oh
a
yeah,
few days. A
it's
few
like a
days later,
ultrasonic
look, they got a
bath.
little look, they got a little bendy of Roger the rabbit there on the left, and they got another little guy hanging over there, little figure,
Oh,
action figure. Wow. So they're using a forklift or something like to pick that thing up with a crane.
yeah, crane. Yeah, they got an overhead.
Yeah,
You see those big
and then
yellow
just
girder beams that were next to it? That's the crane
mhm,
is hanging up on that right
sandblasted
above.
off of there. It's all going to be kind of wavered and off of
Look
there.
at that, dude.
Look at
Thing
that
came
going
out
by there quick.
clean.
Yeah. Well, they left it in there for days. I wouldn't have thought that you could have, would have left it in there for days, but I guess they
Yeah,
did
I
that
guess
because
so.
of the rust, right?
Yeah, they want to eat us, like,
And you
let
got
it mud.
several layers originally put down on it, right? Of paint.
Oh yeah, the original paint and then the clear coat.
Yeah.
If there's anything left of that, which there's probably
Mhm.
spots of it, if nothing else. But I'm just amazed. Look at that. That's almost looks like that thing has a stainless steel body on it.
I know it does, doesn't it? I guarantee you're safer riding in that thing than a modern car.
That's crazy, dude. That's unless it's aluminum. But man, that thing's awful shiny and pretty once you get down to the metal. Holy
Yeah.
crap! I would just
Uh,
clear coat the shit out of it and leave it like that, man.
they must know that they're going to make some money on the resale of something like this because this is a lot of big effort
Oh
to,
yeah, dude. It's kind of an exotic car too. It wasn't super high end. I think they were kind of like a small company back in the day. But
right.
that makes them even more valuable because there's not many of them around. But it was, a little sporty,
Hmm.
meant to look like, the European, like a Lambo or a Ferrari or something like that.
Right.
Damn, that thing is coming out pretty when that paint comes off, man. Shocked.
It looks like it had a yellow undercoat on it.
Well, they've got some, looks like some expanding foam and stuff in a lot of the little gaps of the body. 'Cause like I said, I
And
think
what are
this
they
is like a
doing
really,
here? I missed that. Was that an acid bath?
uh, yeah, more dips.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Let's just back it up and we'll see.
Probably some kind of
But
rust
yeah,
inhibitor.
that's coming off nice.
I know, dude.
That's a
I
big
am
job, though.
amazed. Yeah, I mean, this is way sped up, but I mean, look at how pretty that comes out. Yeah, see, that's all like expanding foam stuff, Rex. Where you see that yellow,
No. Yeah.
that's just filling in cracks, like gaps. But like I
Hmm.
said, I think these might have like been all hand assembled and stuff too. It was a very small car company or division of
Okay.
whoever. I
That is an
might
acid
even been
bath.
a part of Ford. I can't remember.
4 dips and 2 weeks later.
Holy
Wow.
shit!
That takes a while.
I mean, they're really going all out on putting this thing back to like brand new,
Hmm. Neutralizing the
neutralizing
acid.
the
Yeah.
acid,
Alkaline. Yeah. 10 minutes
and then
later,
they
there we go.
probably dip it again into some kind of rust inhibitor stuff. Let that soak on it for a while. All of that, man. Wow.
It's not like I mean, if it takes that long, this might be a 2 month project, for something like this.
It's gonna be a high-dollar car, I imagine. When by the time they're
Yeah,
done with it, with all this labor
with the
involved, yeah,
man hours, yeah, and all that. Hell yeah, you got to have the facilities to do it. Of course, they
yeah.
probably
Well,
do it
that's.
all
I
the time.
mean, you gotta have a tank that'll hold a fucking car in it, dude. Just that is a big investment, you know. Just having the tanks you
Well,
can have big
let's
enough.
see. Let's see what this guy says.
72 Pantera is finally finished. Got this thing down the bare metal, and I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite dips that I've ever done. This is the first Pantera I've done, and it's just such a sweet car. It's also in amazing condition. From what I've read on the internet, these things get pretty rusty. Just finished applying our rust inhibitor. There's the tank over there. We submerge half the car and then spray down the rest. But I'm going to have a close look at this thing with you guys, and you see how awesome a shape this thing's in. Front here, this is pretty much the worst of it. You can see all that rock coming through. That's definitely all going to need replaced, but everything else is super straight and looks great.
Yeah. Okay, so I was shocked at how
Fenders
pretty it
look
was.
solid. Take a look at these floors. They're in like perfect condition. On the door jamb there, you can see we have some rock coming through and a whole bunch of leading. I'm not sure if that leading's factory. I imagine it is. And you can see there are some welds on the floor.
A little bit,
Come
but this
back.
thing's 50
Quarters,
years old.
they're nice and straight. Basically perfect. Have a look in the back here. Frame's in great condition. I do see some spots where there's some thick welds. Maybe some stuff was repaired. But this thing is awesome. Passenger side quarter, nice and straight.
Look at that.
Some more lead. You can see we got some rock coming through here on that pillar, in here on the rockers, and you can see all that lead right there. Passenger side fender, perfectly straight. This was definitely an awesome dip.
I love to see what that looks like when they get done with it, man. It'll be a pretty car.
So would they just sell the frame to somebody who wants to put an engine in it and all the other goodies? Because that's.
I mean, they may have just been doing that job for somebody that bought the car and is intending to rebuild it from the ground up. So they might have just been cleaning it up, and then they send it back to whoever the builder is going to be.
That would take a while.
Dude, that's some serious money just to do what they did right there. I guarantee you that was $3,000-$4,000 job.
Yeah, no, I mean, like it took weeks to do that much of it. I had to use Linux and the file transfer blitzed out twice before everything was transferred.
Oh no! So you just gotta resend it, or waiting to see.
Paula says, "I like the crabs that eat their own young." Wow. 200 copies are the maximum amount per book title on the Peter Samedi campaign. 200's a pretty good run,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, especially for first-time campaigns and stuff like that. That's not a bad number,
Yeah, and that would give you extras to sell on eBay, other places, or go to conventions with.
Yeah,
200's a pretty good run.
Yeah, I think it's not bad.
Iron Maiden released their 9th album, Fear of the Dark, 33 years ago in 1992.
Wow.
Check that artwork out.
God dang. It was 33 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to hurt a fella, don't you, Rex?
It is what it is, what it is, what it is, what it is.
Yeah, installing a $20 wiper blade today cost me $400 because I'm going to have to buy a new windshield now at some point.
Why? What happened to the windshield?
Well, I put the wiper blade on and felt like it clicked into place and was secure. And when I went to let it go, it just flopped right out of the thing, left the wiper in my left hand. The blade with the holder slapped back down onto the windshield, and that little metal C-clamp acted like one of those fucking window punches, man. Just fucking I got like a 6-inch crack right at the bottom of my windshield now. And I had to go get a windshield repair kit and fucking epoxy it up and shit. So I'm hoping,
Stop it from traveling.
yeah, stops
Yeah.
it from spreading. But I don't know. I did what I could. But yeah, that fucking thing is. As soon as it slipped out of my hand, too, I was like, no.
That's a lot, Apex. That's a lot. I don't even know if I'm going to do that much on you know additional comics online. But to tell you the truth,
What's that,
200
200?
copies of each Fembat variant cover. That's a lot. That's
Oh,
but you know
of
that's
each cover. Okay, I didn't know you.
of
I
each
thought
cover.
it was 200 total.
Yesterday we was the day 10 year. Let's see. No, let's see. It'd been 15 years since Frank Frazetta passed away.
Oh yeah, I saw something on Instagram or something earlier.
Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff on that.
Yeah, his daughter posted something. I think.
And remember,
She's
today
running.
is the tomorrow we worried about yesterday.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, turns out I had reason to worry.
Always the optimist. Oi,
That's me.
Jim Steranko Batman that he did in 2018. Check that out. Hey, Doc. Doc Blaylock in the house.
Hail, Doc. Good to see you, buddy.
Doc, you want to come on? I'll send you the link. Just let me know.
Oh,
See what he's
there
been
you
up to on anatomical and model of sliced human head. That's pretty cool.
Whoa.
They always put that funky music in there. Here's what I'm talking about right there. In sections. That's cool, huh?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's like a model. I think it's the Field Museum, I think, in Chicago. It might be the
I've
other one.
been
It might
there.
be
I've been there,
it
but
might
it's
be.
actual slices of homeless man,
Yeah.
right?
And he's sandwiched in between two panes of glass.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh,
Going up
dude,
the stairs.
yeah, that's insane.
Mhm. Yep. He even had the little chin hair from where he didn't shave.
Mm-hmm. Well, I did like a few different slices of them apparently, and put them up.
I did think of Cortex on that one, Apex.
It's kind of like
Definitely.
stained glass almost.
Remember
Pop that
Popeye
candy
tasting
cigarette.
cigarette?
Oh, have a smoke on me there, kiddo.
I think what movie is this from? I'm going to say Blues Brothers. Am I correct?
Hold on. Let's look in the chat.
Was that Blues Brothers or was it Animal House?
Uh,
Could have been Animal House.
it looks like the Blues Brothers car, but I don't remember them ever strapping a jet engine to the top of it.
I think that's a big microphone, but I mean, it could be a jet engine.
I'm not sure what the hell that is.
Yes, Blues Brothers, Apex says. So, yeah, I thought it was Blues Brothers.
I
That was my
look like
first
Blues
guess.
Brothers, but why do I not remember the big speaker or whatever on top? Huh.
When's the last time you watched it? 1980.
It's been a while, dude. Yeah.
Here's a Japanese Westworld
Probably in the
1973
90s.
poster. Check that out. From Japan, 1973 poster.
Oh, yeah, Yul Brynner, man.
Mm-hmm. Westworld.
He was like, he was the first Terminator, man. He was relentless in that movie.
He really was, yeah.
He was fucking cool.
Okay, fine. I'll go camping.
It's an audio speaker.
Now that's AI.
Yeah, dude, look at that. Hell yeah, turn that into a camper. Yeah, all right. I'm good. Let's do this thing.
all the comforts of home.
Yeah, technically, I mean, I guess you can go park out in a campground somewhere and call it camping, but yeah, it's basically like taking a small hotel with you wherever you go.
It is, isn't it? It gets it gets 2 miles per gallon. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Um,
probably it is.
Happy birthday, everyone. I mean, no, not happy birthday. Happy
And you
Mother's
probably
Day.
have to get some kind of special clearance to even get that thing down the road, dude. It looked too wide for regular,
Yeah,
driving. You
how do
gotta
you
get,
park that thing? Very carefully. Beep,
yeah,
beep, beep, beep.
you're gonna have to have a lot of space.
The finale of Dynasty aired 36 years ago, 1989, on ABC. A
Oh my,
Knight's Tale starring Heath Ledger premiered in theaters 24 years ago in 2001. We rock you. Uh-uh. The series finale of American Gladiator aired 29 years ago. Did you ever watch American Gladiator? Final
yeah, I remember
American
that one.
Gladiator,
That was the game
1996.
show. Yeah, we used to have to try to get past the big, like ex-football players and shit like
Mhm.
that, and lady wrestlers and all kinds of.
It's still my birthday. Feel free to sing to me. Happy
Happy
birthday to
birthday
you.
to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday, dear
birthday, dear
Carrie.
Carrie.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
And many more. Many,
Ah,
many,
cha
many,
cha
many
cha.
more. Carrie's turned 27, I believe. Very young
Yes,
lady. The
again.
Natural, starring Robert Redford, premiered in theaters 41 years ago in 1994. Check out this. Hippo Tatsumi launched a fart attack on
Hey,
tourists
watch your language. It's a
at the
family
zoo.
show.
He fired a 15-second volley. That's a big fart for 15 seconds. Right into their faces. The zookeeper tried to warn everyone, but he didn't have time. A
Oh
lively
no.
story. A lively story.
That's gotta be hilarious.
Well, here's the pictures right here.
Oh no.
哎，躲开你，躲开你，躲开，躲开，躲开，躲开，躲躲躲躲躲。
Oh. Oh man. He was actually pooping at him. I don't think that was just a fart.
Wow, he almost took that. He almost stripped that fence down.
Oh man, never trust them freaking wild animals. Never walk up on a
Uh,
llama either, man. They'll spit right in your face. Like, fuck. Oh, you motherfucker.
tell you, mm-mm-mm.
Camels,
Wouldn't be much
Jesus.
of you left after a fart like that. Check this out.
Peel the skin right off his bones. So much
Light a
velocity that
match.
fart had on
Apex says. Apex says light a match. blow it up,
it.
blow it
Turn
up
that,
real good.
oh man, that turned that thing into a giant fireball. Everybody would have died.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. Big shipment of Graveyard Shift 5 books goes out tomorrow. Mark Polton is listing. There's
Woo
the
woo,
totes.
look there. Mail
Graveyard Shift
delivering
5, was
again.
that done by Malin? Did Malin do artwork in that one for
Yeah.
5? Or was it someone else? Oh, he did. Okay. Unique burger in Dubai.
Oh
That
wait.
you can get.
Yeah, I believe he did this one because what's his name? Tommy Patterson that was working on Graveyard Shift on the last one ended up just dying out of the blue.
Mhm. Ooh, look at that.
Oh, what in the world? Oh, they just like toast the top of the big wheel of cheese and then scrape it onto the. Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh baby, look at that.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
cheese
You know
man.
that? Oh, my God. If
Bam.
you're.
Oh my god. That fucking hunk of cheese was about as thick as the burger.
Yeah, it was. It'd be like eating glue
Wow.
to a certain extent.
Dude, yeah, it's like I was just chewing that bite for like 10 minutes.
You know, that damn pizza that I and my sister got. It was so like yum, yum, yum. I don't think I've ever worked so hard at a pizza in my life. It was just so damn chewy. I was like, "What'd you
that,
use?
that
Rubber
was
cement?"
that was real mozzarella and a lot of.
And you know, in all fairness, it was a thicker crust than I usually eat. But my God, that thing was chewy. I'll never get any other pizza again. I had to work at it too hard. You know, I really did.
I had 2 pieces and I was tired. Couldn't chew anymore. That's one way to lose weight. Just
Uh,
eat shit you
yeah.
gotta chew for 30 minutes per bite.
Look at this gigantic Fantastic Four book with on Galactus. Now he says his daughter's 11-year-old. Well, that's not the 11-year-old with that book though. It's a little baby. But yeah, they just look how huge that artwork is. That's a big
Oh,
book.
cool. Mm-hmm.
Where do you store something like that? You make it into a table? What the hell? Had to dig
That's
out the
the
monster-sized
problem. You
Fantastic Four Behold Galactus edition. Wow.
I mean, I suppose you could just put it into a picture frame.
Oh, my
Probably
mistake.
easier.
I thought the exclamation point was a one that my daughter's almost 11. Yeah, almost one. So that tracks.
Oh gosh, just a little
Never
one.
never get how big it is. It's still bigger than my daughter, almost 1 years old. Yeah.
Oh, they're so cute when they're tiny. Before they can talk back. I got a teenager right now, so you have to forgive me if I'm a little cynical.
Mark Spears Monster. Hope everyone enjoyed the Free Comic Book Day Monster issue 0 and Monsters issue 4, which is out now. I did see one copy of that. They wanted like $10 for it. And it was like,
Oh,
yeah, I saw this on
who's it?
X, but Mark
Who's it?
Spears Monsters. It's just a book called Monsters comic book.
I don't
Here's
know.
a peek at an exclusive I have coming out for issue 5. Thank you for all your
Every
support in
time I go
making
look at
Monsters possible. So we
Oi,
got the
oi, tree
tin
goblin.
wood from that's a neat cover. Hey Tree Goblin. Hey, well read comics in the house.
Oh, that's an interesting take on the Tin Man.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, looks like the Red Skull painted in silver.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, he's in disguise.
So has anybody been reading Monsters? I haven't, but it looks interesting. I mean, who doesn't like
No,
monsters, right?
I love monsters.
First Mother's Day for Whitney Parnell, with her new born Stormy
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot
or
Patrick
Stormy.
and Whitney had a baby not that long ago. First
It's
birthday, you
just with
said,
all
right?
those tattoos, it's like the baby has snakes around her. I don't know. Wow. It's like, what is that? You got more ink on yourself than my comic.
If it's her
But whatever.
birthday, she probably getting her first tattoo.
Oh, I love these movies. I wish they would do this. Weekend at Ernie's with Beaker. Me, 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 me,
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Weekend at Bernie's in the second one was so cool.
Ah, that's great.
Great movies. Great movies.
I like it.
Belmont getting Edge Punk as well. There you go. That's what he received in the
very
mail
cool.
from Tokamai.
Okay.
Second issue there, Edge Punk.
Yeah,
Showed
I
you
got
some of that.
all my swag the other day, and that's pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
So, thank you, Edge Punk. It's a really cool backpack. I guess I'm gonna have to become a gamer now and get me like a gaming laptop or something.
Here's a wooden slingshot with ammunition magazine. That's pretty neat.
Oh, look at there! It built right into the handle.
But now, tell me, how did those fall out? Are they magnetized? The bearings? You think, or does it?
Maybe,
It's
yeah,
just
then maybe there's
designed.
like a magnet right at the bottom there to stop them from just rolling out.
Mm-hmm.
I would think that'd probably be the easiest way to do it, right? It looks
Man,
like you gotta
okay,
like kind of grab them and pull them out of there.
that's a good little weapon.
Oh hell yeah, dude! You can do some damage with a slingshot, man.
Oh yeah, you can. That's cool design though.
That's neat. Yeah, I like it.
Did you know this is a photo taken in the 1950s on the KLM at that time Martin M 130 Lockheed Constellation and Douglas DC-6 aircraft operated by airlines such as KLM and Trans World Airlines (TWA) had beds in both the upper and lower bunks. These beds included mattresses, Pullman style curtains for privacy, windows, reading, lights, and even breakfast in bed. At the time, a round the trip economy class ticket from New York to London on Boeing 377 Stratocruiser cost approximately $580, about $12,000 today. Overhead and
Wow.
overhead bins, as we know them today, began to be introduced in the late 1960s, early 1970s. But there's a picture of that. Wow, who knew people slept, on those
Oh
flights
yeah, dude,
like
they've
that?
got like crazy little. Have you seen the new ones? Dude, you got your own like little capsule that you can kind of like close your door on and shit. You got your own little personal TV and you can Wi-Fi and all that good bullshit. If you go first class.
When overkill is the point. Meet the Quad M 134 minigun. This thing doesn't shoot bullets; it erases existence. The Quad
I'm sold.
M134 minigun is basically what happens when someone straps a blender to a tank and feeds it rage and caffeine.
He's got me that good at this. Doesn't do justice to it. Oh, yeah. Dog shooting tracers.
How about laying down some suppressing fire? My God, I mean thousands and just
wow, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to existence.
Now, if you got any trees you need cut down, this thing will do it.
If you got an acre of trees you need cut down? Holy shit, look at that thing.
And to be firing out so many rounds per second, this is actually a pretty quiet minigun. It's not that loud.
It may just be what the audio level on the video is set at, dude, so it's not blowing out the mic.
I guess he's sitting in that chair pivoting with it, right? So it's probably firing to his right and his left because there's somebody sitting in that, right? Controlling that?
I would think, I unless they're just computer controlled now, it might just be a turret and there's some guy, controlling it from,
No, I see his leg. See there, his leg and foot. There's somebody right there.
Oh,
in the middle of that.
Yeah, okay. So then there is somebody up there steering it, left and right, up and down.
Wow,
dude, that would be fun to fire that.
If we had that in Vietnam, we might have won.
I just love one time to get to fire that bad boy, man. Just set that little Datsun out there for me, and let's see how long it takes me to turn it into like fucking tiny bits of steel.
In 1993, Emile Leray, a French electrician, broke down in the middle of the African desert while driving an old Citroen 2CV out of Morocco to join a military site. His car was seriously damaged after hitting a rock. Unable to repair on site and too risky to walk in this hostile environment, so he came up with this crazy but genius idea to turn his red car into on a motorcycle. When the tools he had with him and recycling car parts, he built a functional motorcycle in 12 days using the supplies, water, and food he had in the trunk. Softened the chassis, fitted two wheels, moved the engine to the center, and it worked. Thus, he managed to leave the desert and join civilization, but was welcomed by a fine from the Moroccan police for driving a vehicle that did not match the official documents. His improvised motorcycle still exists today, preserved as a symbol of ingenuity and adventure in the heart of the desert. Wow, it looks like one of those Road Warrior things.
Yeah, it does. I mean, this guy was going to starve to death and die in the desert, or he was going to find a way out. He found a way out.
Good thing he was an engineer, huh?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's pretty amazing, dude.
Yeah, I'd like to ride on that thing. I bet it'd be pretty bumpy though.
That could be like a comic book story, man. I mean, that's fucking crazy.
Now they're saying that turns out the United States knew that Hitler was living in Argentina for about 20 years after the war.
Oh, really?
Any truth to that? Yeah.
I don't know. Does that surprise anybody, really? I mean, we've been hearing these crazy rumors, and everybody knows that for some reason, there's a giant German population in, was it Rio de Janeiro or wherever the fuck it is? They've made movies about it. I mean, there's whole
videos loud. Yeah,
German
sorry about
villages
that. I had it
down there. Where even the architecture looks, just German.
I totally believe this. The size of Big Macs and everything's been downsized. Absolutely. Although, how do you know what a 1980s Big Mac looked like?
I don't know. I guess go back and find a commercial.
1980, they were only $1.20. Really? Wow.
Really? And now last year,
$5.31.
$5.31.
2024. Yeah.
Almost half the size.
Yeah. Didn't look so big.
Well, I always wondered because, I remember the first time I got a Whopper at Burger King. That fucking thing seemed huge, but I always, probably, I don't know, 11 or something. So it's going to seem huge to a little kid, right? But I think they have gotten smaller. Look
at the control room of a British submarine from the 1960s. You needed to know what you were doing. Look at that.
Holy fuck. Good Lord, that's a lot of gauges.
Push the button. Which one, sir? Turn the lever. Which one, sir? God.
Whatever you do, don't push the red button. This one?
We're all going to die. But there's 13 red buttons, sir. Whoops, sorry. I just blew our ballast.
Self-destruct starting in 10, 9.
Exactly, yeah.
We're sorry, Dave.
Fund My Comic ran this thing with the Wraith of God little thing, right? Aaron Lepresti's Indiegogo. Save More, Create More with Fund My Comic. The great Aaron Lepresti is still funding book 3, Wraith of God here, and they dropped the link. They are at $78,942. Congratulations, Aaron. That means Indiegogo gets $3,947.10 plus the default $11 tip on Fund My Comic, $798.42 tip, $2. Tip is voluntary. That is a
Yeah.
big saving.
It's huge.
$789 opposed to almost $4,000
It's
on the
huge.
campaign. That's I
That
could put
that
that money.
can finance half or, or more of your next book. Depending. Well, maybe not half, but maybe a quarter of it.
I've never
Depending
seen this
on
photo. This photo was taken around 1930, a haunting moment in history. A family of Tasmanian tigers, as they were commonly known. I don't know that I've ever seen except that video footage of that one. But look at there's four. By 1936, the last one died out, I think. But wow, it's pretty sad
it.
that majestic. It was a marsupial, like a possum.
Yeah.
It's wild, isn't
Is
it?
that the Tasmanian wolf or the tiger?
Tasmanian tiger. Yeah. Mhm. Striped and dog-like appearance.
Mm-hmm.
So marsupials, I guess they keep
They got the
their young
babies
in a
in the
pouch.
pouch. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Titanium flex gear. That's pretty cool.
Ooh. Sounds
Might
interesting.
save your life one day.
Introducing the Ricochet T-shirt by
T-shirt.
Titanium Flex Gear. Affordable, comfortable, everyday protection for school, events, and any other large public gatherings. Visit titaniumflexgear.com.
How about that?
Wow. They're just selling body armor fucking T-shirts now for fucking Jesus Christ.
If it's a T-shirt and it could save your life, flex gear, that's pretty cool.
Well, I'll buy me a couple.
Yeah. Put it under your regular shirt or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Here is Mr. Bean statue in
Or just wear it as a T-shirt. I don't give a fuck.
Lancashire, Lancaster Square in London. Anyway, it's in London. Mr. Bean statue. So if you're in London, you can go down and sit by Mr. Bean.
Cool.
Pretty cool bronze, huh?
He died, right? What's his name?
No, I think he's still alive.
Is he still alive? What's Rowan something
Yeah.
Atkinson? Is that
Ryan James from Octagon Comics. Of course, he's dropped this stuff a little bit earlier. He is working on the Octagon #2. Here's some of the image stuff that he really liked, done by Ryan James.
I think Rob is doing a art contest right now, so people can submit like their favorite. Was it Extreme Studios?
Rob or Ryan? I mean, we're talking Octagon Comics here.
You were just showing the image stuff that he was doing. I was just saying he might be submitting.
Not Rob, but that's done by Ryan James.
I understand that. I'm saying he might be submitting a piece for Rob Liefeld's contest.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of people that are submitting pieces for Rob Liefeld's art contest right now.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to say, but you didn't get it.
Sorry. Some concept art for Octagon 2, done by Ryan.
Ryan, come back.
Stuff. Yeah, and then there's
you
that.
Blame it all on Rick.
He misheard. Oh, what was going on? As per usual. There's that piece colored, pretty neat. And then Agent Zero, or Justin Sweet was saying, "Is that you, Ryan James?" There, back in the day. Yeah, absolutely. That looks like Ryan stuff, actually. That's Jay Lee's. Was it Hellscape?
Hellbill, right?
I was showing some Ryan James stuff that he had the last couple months had put out. Because I hadn't heard from him. And I'd sent him a picture of an octo bass. This is a massive octo bass. Check that out.
Holy mackerel! Oh, what the?
Can you imagine transporting that thing
There's no.
around?
How are you supposed to play that thing? There's no way you can reach the neck. Will you climb up on a ladder just to hold the neck, and then you strum it like? I mean, that's the only way you could possibly do it.
I don't know, but I had sent Ryan a picture of an octo bass, and it was that other weird looking pipe instrument that we looked at. So apparently they're named the same thing.
Huh.
Let me show you what I'm talking about, and then you'll go, "Oh yeah, I remember when you showed that." Just bring up my message.
I mean, I guess if you had a ladder that you could climb up, and get it so you could hold the very top of the neck and actually be able to hit the fingerboard.
And this is called an octo bass as well.
Yeah, that looks like some kind of modified oboe or something.
Like a big cello, but a bit piece of pipe.
Cello.
Yeah, that's
cello is a violin, Rex. It's not a woodwind.
Okay, I'm thinking clarinet. See where my mind goes. Anyway.
Yeah, cello is like slightly bigger than a violin.
Yeah, a cello bass. But both of those musical instruments I found interesting that were called octo bass.
Yeah.
But they're wildly different.
Yes, they are.
Apparently,
I think the other one was referring to how tall it was, like octo, like 8 feet tall, because it looked like, it looked like it was about 8 feet tall.
Hey, Pale Rider, Jiminy Cricket is alive. Was live yesterday. Wow, missed that. Hell Shock. That's what it was. Hell Shock. Yeah.
Hell Shock. Oh yeah, that was good. The old Jaylene. Is that Jaylene? I think that was Jaylene.
Yeah, Jaylene. Yeah. Apparently, Clint Eastwood turned 95 yesterday. He looks pretty good for his age, huh? You know what I would like to see? Clint Eastwood in a movie with William Shatner. Make it happen.
William Shatner.
The Apple Dumpling Gang rides again. How about that? A remake.
At Clint's age now, he could play, what's his name? Fess Parker's old roles. Marshall Dillon.
Now, Amanda B had Amanda B. This was over on, I think I found this over on Ryan's thing. He had retweeted it. She sent this out December 5th. So I think it's worth reading. What are the benefits of backing a campaign early anymore? Or being a backer in general? I feel good. A feel-good moment of helping someone to have it later be dampened by the crazy extended wait, the sales, or the products being on Amazon or what? What happened? Oh, he dropped out. Okay. Echo. The feel-good moment of helping someone to have it later be dampened by the crazy extended wait, the sales, or the products being on Amazon or available elsewhere before you get your copy. The updates that are hidden in hours long live streams that you don't watch anymore because you prefer not to listen to the back and forth of the 957th time someone dislikes someone for some not important to me reason. The cards, the prints, the stickers that I do nothing with. I am trying to see the light, looking at my glass half full, but grr. Maybe I have been at this too long and more disappointments than excitement these days. That's pretty sad, you know. Man, to be sent that out around December 5th of last year. But yeah, I imagine that sentiments are like that are for a lot of people. Um, I guess Spring Ball by Shantha and Jennings had its launch and relaunch or whatever of the different covers a couple days ago. Don't know if you watched any of that. Uh, General Piggy got his buckler, his Canadian tussle. He said he can't wait to read it. Charlie's London. For the VE Day weekend, we chose to come to Charterwell Winston Churchill's home before and after World War II. I stood in the same spot he stood with Charlie Chaplin in 1931. Please excuse the bump. She's pregnant, of course. I have 3 weeks to go, but was not missing honoring 2 very important men, she says. There's a picture of them standing there. Winston and Charlie Chaplin. And there we go. A very pregnant 3 weeks to go, Charlie's London. Yeah, I'll take a look at Peter Samedi's campaign. Twister premiered 29 years ago in 1996. Duran Duran released their second studio album, Rio, 43 years ago in 1982. 1975, Sony introduced the Betamax video recorder. Did anybody have any of that? Hey, Raul. Raul, put your link to your time lapse for Cortex and Dead Ninja. I tried to find it after watching it yesterday. Hope you didn't take it down. Jiminy Cricket brother passed away last year. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I was aware of that. Laserdisc. Yeah, I've seen the Laserdisc thing before. Retro. May 10th, 2005, President George W. Bush survived an assassination attempt while speaking before a crowd in Georgia. A live Soviet-made hand grenade was thrown at the podium, landing 60 feet. Wow, that's a long ways away from the president. The grenade thankfully malfunctioned and did not detonate. The rest of and now you know the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey would say, made its national debut 49 years ago, May 10th, 1976, on the ABC radio networks. Now you know the rest of the story. I would have thought Paul Harvey's radio show would have been much older than that, really, to tell you the truth. Just not even 50 years. The picture is still up. Yeah, I showed the picture, but now I wanted to show the time lapse and I didn't have the link. I think I subbed to maybe T's YouTube, but yours, I just have not taken the time. I know I'm subbed to yours to go down the list of all people that I've subscribed and pick that out. So if you do have a link to that, if you would drop that, I would appreciate it. The series finale of Laverne and Shirley aired 42 years ago in 1983. Laverne and Shirley. I was kind of wearing of it. And for Mother's Day, I had to re-show you this. I just, one of my favorite X or YouTube videos. Here you go.
Gente, o que está acontecendo aqui agora? Eu fui chamar a atenção dele. Não grita comigo, não. Não grita comigo, não. Sabe por quê, gente? Olha o que ele fez. Olha. Foi eu. Foi você. Foi você. Foi. Foi você. Foi você, sim. Não adianta. Gente. E agora? Como é que carrega celular? Não grita comigo. Não grita comigo. Olha, cara. Ô, bicudo,
Okay.
escuta só. Eu não vou falar mais.
I always like to get in the last
Cuida.
word.
Ele não Ele não assume isso. Olha, bicudo. Eu não sei. Eu não sei mais o que fazer. Porque o bicudo
Now you're just making fun of the woman.
não foi eu, foi. Claro que foi. Ó, aí ele toma banho, aí ele se revolta. Foi. Por que você fez isso? Gente, haja carregador. Ó, eu aguento.
I don't know what they're saying, but that's lovely. I love it. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. On my ex. Okay. Thank you, Raul. Look at this. Sequoias in National Park, California. Look at the humans for scale. Look at that. Look how massive these things are. Look at that. They look like dinosaur feet. Please don't step on me. I'm an ant. Pretty cool, man. I need to go out there and see some giant trees at some point. So cool. Mighty Golden Patriot, created by Dillard Draws and Yellow Flash, releasing through Ripacin and Eric D. July. Donald DeLay. I don't know if he did this or if that's on the campaign, but pretty cool. I back Golden Patriot. Maybe you should consider backing it. And I backed it at a high level. But it's all for, a good cause. And hopefully it'll be a good piece of comic for my collection. You can sign up for Roquefort. I did. Amanda B really likes that. Groken. You can sign up for Groken right now. Groken 4. I had it in the chat earlier. Here it is again. If you want to go sign up for Groken 4. And there you go. Battle Brick Road also arrived with fantastic covers and extras. Can't wait to continue the saga, General Piggy says. Welcome back, Shadowhawk.
Hell, what's happening, baby? Hey, look at there.
General Piggy's getting a lot of goodies in the mail.
Yeah, looks like he got himself a Battle Brick Road, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, he went all out on it.
He got the car, yeah, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Yeah, I didn't start with the cars, man. I don't need to start another goddamn obsession. It's bad enough with the toys and shit already. And now I got this Godzilla thing going on. It's just that can only lead down a bad road. You know how much Godzilla shit there is?
Oh, I know. I've got a few myself. I probably got more Godzilla items than I do King Kong, believe it or not.
Well, yeah, because I mean they've been making them for, pumping them out for what 50 some odd years.
They don't make much Kong stuff. Here's
well,
a
actually,
message, Mother Day message
70 this year.
From our president.
Fellow Americans, this Sunday is one days of the year, Mother's Day. It's a special opportunity to thank all of the mothers and grandmothers in our lives. Since the earliest days of our republic, America's strength has come from the love and courage and devotion of our mothers. They helped us gain our independence. Through their grit, determination, and incredible spirit, they pioneered the West and settled the frontier. During World War II, America's mothers helped build the greatest arsenal for democracy. My mother was a great person. Her name was Mary MacLeod. She came from Scotland, and she met my father when she was very young. They were married for many, many years. I learned so much from my mother. She was just incredible. Warm, loving, really smart, could be tough if she had to be, but basically she was a really nice person. So much of what I've done and so much of what I've become is because of my mother. I miss her a lot. So I say this to you as I think about my mother. Happy Mother's Day, and God bless the United States of America.
Very nice.
There you go. It's nice to have some encouraging things said, you know.
Yeah. I mean, imagine what that would have sounded coming out of the potato head.
Or perhaps a baby.
Americans are getting lazy. Too many holidays, too much Netflix, not enough work. You wonder why the country's slipping? Because half the nation thinks self-care means staying home on government checks. When I was in charge, we worked, we won. Now it's Mental Health Monday, Taco Tuesday, and no one shows up on Friday. You want America to be great again? Try showing up 5 days in a row.
I like Baby Trump. He's pretty cool.
AI, but you know, it's fun. You know. Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Check out
I don't
this
know what
in
his
the
little
50s.
outfit
Check
was
that
supposed to
out,
be.
man.
Ooh,
Atomic
space
machine gun.
machine gun.
Yeah, from the 50s with the box.
Atomic machine gun. Oh, it's got a crank
I see it.
handle on it too, like an old Gatling gun. You see that?
Yeah,
Hell
it's
yeah.
going bang, 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 right, tat, 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 tat. On the
Probably got one of
box.
them little spark generators in that barrel too.
Oh yeah. Put your eye out, burn the house down.
Yes. You put your eye out with that thing.
Look out, Johnny! Oh, he's going to be a paraplegic.
Mom was right.
Oh my goodness. Well, apparently, you know, Ethan said that Cyberfrog number 4 is going to be called the Green Supremacy.
Supremacy.
Did
Yep.
you see that?
Yeah, it's he's had that name for it for at least a couple of years already.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm late to the game again. You know,
No, sorry. I mean,
Ethan's got a new
but
website. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
You did not. Well, I will drop the link here.
I think I
Current
missed that.
crowdfunding projects will show you and other stuff. Here's the link in the chat for the latest.
Other than his eBay and his regular.
Yep.
Okay.
EVScomics.com.
Oh, all righty then.
There you go. That'll show you the current crowdfunding projects and his eBay, YouTube, you know.
Oh, so that'll basically
Okay.
take you everywhere that
Anywhere.
he's got something available.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Get it all consolidated, you know, into one address or whatever.
There we go.
I can see
We'll
that.
hit this. There we go. A Salamandroid hoodie. I guess you knew about that.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can get one ordered, but I just haven't had.
Well, you know, I got his first hoodie, you know, for $60 when he put them on eBay. So
yeah,
maybe those will
come
down to that price, you know.
He's not making that many of them.
Yeah.
I think he said he's only making like a couple hundred of each size.
How much?
So, like 200 of each size.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's not going to be a lot of them out there.
I wonder if he's like sold out, you know.
I'm sure some sizes are probably sold out already. Yeah. They're $100 a pop, but I mean that first hoodie is nice, dude. $100.
How much?
$100 each.
Woo! Wow, we proud of those.
They were originally going to be like 150, and everybody screamed at Ethan in the chat. They're like, "No way, dude, we can't pay that for a fucking hoodie." And he, you know, dropped it down to 100, and he's like, "That's the best I can do if you guys want, you know, the quality that you got on the first jacket." So
happy Mother's Day, Rosemary's Baby. It could have been worse. Really?
I don't know.
Baby.
Yeah, how does it get worse?
I don't know. Was it the Antichrist she had, or was it Satan
Yeah,
born
it was
into the
supposed
world?
to be. Yeah, it's supposed to be the Antichrist that she was
Okay.
giving birth
All
to.
right. Okay. I just clear
And
that up, you know.
yeah, that was the whole. I was like, oh, okay.
There's Hockey. He's looking more and more like, you know,
Bogan.
what's his name?
They
He said,
actually got
finally.
canned down in Australia that says Bogan. Holy shit.
Uh,
Uh, Hockster.
I think he might be gaining weight, or maybe it's just the beard and mustache.
I
Check out
think the
this
beard,
Gary Martin
makes
commission
basically
he did
wider.
after Jim Steranko. That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Hulk king
Isn't that
size.
like a tribute cover to Hulk or something like that?
Hulk king size #2. Yeah.
Okay.
You remember this scene from Angela Lansbury? Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, she was a horrible mother. And Manchurian Candidate. Remember that?
Oh,
Oh,
no,
I
not really.
watched some Gunsmoke, and guess who? The nurse that was on. She was on Gunsmoke, like maybe, oh gosh, about 15 years earlier or something. Um, she was the nurse in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, Nurse Ratchet?
Mm.
Yeah, I forget what that lady's name is right offhand. But yeah, she was in quite a few things, man.
Aaron, was that Aaron? Is that Lepresti? Is that Ben Soto? Let's see. Colored for Fun, Ghost Rider sketch by Aaron Lepresti. Okay, so he colored it. There we go.
Oh,
Nice Ghost Rider.
cool.
Ben
Yeah,
Soto on the colors there.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Ben posts some pretty cool stuff, actually.
Aaron did a really cool Frank Frazetta Death Dealer the other night. I think on it might have been Kings or it might have been Greybeards. I'm not sure where he drew it at, but I saw it on
Here's one of
Insta.
Ethan's new characters, Dystopia.
Yeah, newer. She's been around.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Ethan does in the next few years, as far as what he comes out with and everything.
He's got a plan, dude. And he's already got a really good roster of villains and stuff from the 90s back in the original run that he can bring back into play. And he's already
Yeah.
doing that
Yeah.
somewhat. So,
He's already got a bunch, doesn't he, that he's
Mhm.
bringing back. Yeah.
Yeah. So it should be interesting to see where things go.
Ow.
Be great if he could figure out a way to get them out quicker, which, and that's the thing. Everybody complains it takes Ethan so long to draw a book, but then he gets a new artist to draw a book for him. And then when the artist starts showing pages, everybody goes, "Oh, it's not Ethan's art. That doesn't look like Cyberfrog." Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, come on, man. The guy can't
Well,
win.
that kind of sounded like you when you were talking about John Malin, John Malin not drawing.
Well, again, I was
I
supporting
get
John
it.
to support John, not
Yeah.
not because I
Yeah.
was that attached to Graveyard Shift. I mean, I thought it started off pretty good, but I don't know. It seemed like the
Well,
story
it's
kind of
amazing if you
started.
don't stick with it. It's like, well, Devil Flyer, okay, let's go on to something else. No, let's don't. Let's stick with and
Wow,
develop,
I just
with the
you know what?
original
You got to keep
plan. Don't.
Well, you got to keep, yes, the story interesting and keep it on track. I think
Mhm.
at some point, Graveyard Shift kind of started to wander a little bit on me, and story
Oh
wise,
yeah.
and so I just kind of lost interest. But I mean, I still love
Well,
John.
I mean
I appreciate his art.
that's unfolding though,
I think
right?
he's
Because he's the one
funny as
writing
hell.
it, not John. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's unimportant, I mean, John, but again, it's John's property, and everything, finally comes down to him. He has
Yeah.
to approve that story. So
Right. It's if you got a property, an IP that you need to look it over, and protect it, and
well, I mean, and that's
have
why
your hand in it.
that's why EVS is very careful about who he has work with him anymore because that shit go around before.
It's got to be a good fit.
Yeah, and I actually I'm not a huge fan of the art style that Ethan's going for on the new Heather Swain book either, but Sven Stoppels, the guy that's drawing it, is a very good artist, and even if I'm not that huge of a style, I know it's going to be a high quality book. So I'm not like turned off by it completely. It's like I understand Ethan wants to get more of the story out, and he's using other artists to try to speed things up. I get it. Sounds cool to me.
Check this out, brother. Custom tailgate. Oh hell. He's got liquor in
Oh
there. I
shit!
thought it was tools at first.
He got
It's
a whole
liquor and
fucking
glasses.
bar in there.
Yeah, so there's the bar. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like a tool chest or something, bro.
Wow.
Holy shit! Talk about drinking and driving. Good lord.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're going to be trying to pull the bumper out, right, when they stop him.
I mean, you wouldn't think.
If you don't have it in the trunk anymore, you'll be ticketed. If it's in the cab within arm's reach,
Not as long as it's still sealed.
Oh, okay. Well, I've never been stopped, so that's
No,
just what
I
I
mean,
heard.
I
So
usually
that's
I don't
good
put
to know.
mine up front with me anyway because I've got a sedan,
Right.
so
Don't
I
do that.
just throw it in the back
Yeah.
seat on the floor or something.
Just asking for trouble. This is a cool picture. Aviator Wilbur Wright circling the Statue of Liberty in 1909 in the plane. Look at that.
Dun, dun, dun.
I
All we
didn't
need is
know he
King
did
Kong
that.
up there.
That's cool. King Kong. What the hell?
Yeah, it'd be awesome if King Kong was up there trying to swipe at him.
The Liberty would just slap him in the face and say, "How dare you?"
Get down, you filthy animal. You
Yeah,
damn dirty ape.
I really miss Robin Williams. I know he was going through a lot, but there are two people right there, Shelley Duvall as well, that had mental illness within their life.
Yeah, Shelley Duvall is interesting.
She was in The Shining, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she'll be remembered just for that movie.
Oh,
But
for
yeah,
sure.
she did some key
Wendy.
stuff.
She was Wendy.
The series finale of Captain Planet and the Planeteers aired 29 years ago in 1996.
Captain Planet.
Captain Planet was, around the time my kids,
Yeah, okay. I saw some of them.
Darren Wagner says no to the small chainsaw. Apparently, look at that, man. He's got full blown. Let's go to it. Chainsaw.
Well, I mean, if I needed a bigger chainsaw, I would have bought one.
Well, you could
The
spend a couple
little guy works
$100 at
perfect.
least. I don't know how much does a full size chainsaw.
I mean, it depends. If you want to get like a
$150.
cordless battery powered one that's got any kind of like guts to it, it's gonna probably be like $350 or something. You can get like a regular gas powered one, probably a couple of $100 for a decent one.
Series finale of Quincy M.E. Aired 42 years ago, 1993 on
Quincy.
NBC. Quincy, yeah. The better half, Jack Klugman, the better half of the Odd Couple. You know, the slob.
Oscar.
You know, Oscar.
I like
Yeah.
Oscar, man. He was, yeah, he was the cool half of the Odd Couple.
Bob Marley's died at age 36 in 1981 on Mother's Day.
Really? Oh,
Yeah. How did he die anyway? Do you know?
Happy birthday, Mom. I'm dead.
Firestarter with Drew Barrymore 41 years ago in 1984.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember when that one came out.
Yeah.
I watched that.
She would sweat a lot
the
and go
drive-in
and
theater.
start panting. I remember Firestarter.
Yeah,
She'd start
I grew up
panting.
like 6 blocks away from a drive-in theater, so I got to watch tons of movies when I was growing up. We had a little way to sneak in the back and go sit outside and watch movies. It's fucking cool. I saw E.T. about 100 times.
Elliot Rodriguez says, "Hello, everyone. I have a big week of streaming coming up, and I kick things off with my good friend Apex Comics.
Woohoo!
We'll sit down tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern to talk about this comic, Fembat. Tune in, say hi, and sub to the channel. Here's the link to the show.
Cool.
So we'll be dropping that
Hell,
link.
yeah.
So, little Fembat in live in 16 hours on YouTube.
Cool.
Hell yeah. Put my
Hopefully,
little comment in there.
Elliot can get a little action going for Apex. I know he's kind of been stalled for a minute, but that happens in every campaign at some point, where you kind of stall out and you're like, oh shit, am I ever gonna get another backer? I've watched it happen. I mean, it happened to you, right, Rex?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just something that you'll go a while and then.
Yeah, it's all kind of part of the crowdfunding thing. I mean, unless you got that, for whatever reason, that spark where everybody just fucking is just like and wants to jump on board, which is great, but not everybody gets that. What
George Washington teeth? This is one of his set of teeth that he. Yeah.
Jesus God.
I know, early dentistry, right?
No, there's no way, man. He was sticking that inside his head.
Oh yeah. George Washington did not have wooden teeth. His dentures were made of gold, hippopotamus ivory, lead, animal teeth, including horse and donkey teeth.
Lead. Oh, that's good to have just sitting in your mouth.
Teeth extracted from slaves. Now that's the first time I've heard that.
Oh,
below are Washington's actual teeth, photographed in 1910.
So those are supposed to be actual teeth? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
That
Can
would
you
be
imagine?
difficult to put in your mouth. Yeah.
That's probably all held together with lead solder, dude. So every time he had that in his mouth, he was soaking lead directly into his bloodstream, like right next to his brain. Holy shit.
He would have been better with some of those chatter teeth, but they weren't invented.
If he just stayed in there long enough, he might have turned into Joe Biden.
Puddinhead. Another Puddinhead.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A big old bowl of banana pudding and some vanilla wafers.
Here's some Conan by David Finch.
Lead teeth. Ooh. That's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, you could put in lead teeth, or you could go to Flint, Michigan and drink the water.
Oh, hell, do both. You might as well, if you're going to double down on it, you might as well go for it.
Might as well. Whatever you do, double down on it, right?
Yeah.
You'll soon find out if it was a mistake
old,
or not.
that old what was it? The radium paint that they used to make the glow in the dark models with the ladies
Glow
would
in the
paint.
dark clock. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man,
They
some
would
people suffered
dab the
horribly
brush
after
on
that.
their tongue. Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
shit fucking fucked them up big time.
Oh, it
They
ate your
turned them into
jaws away and stuff. Yeah.
nobody turned into a mutant Ninja Turtle though. You notice that?
No.
The green goo. No, we got no superheroes out of that shit.
Yeah, that doesn't work. That doesn't work.
I'm gonna
Tokamay
have to
says if
stop
you don't
dipping
have Edge
myself in
Punk
chemicals.
magazine in your car playing the hidden audio files, you don't know what you're missing. Edge Punk magazine, get it now, get it here. I'll
Woohoo!
drop the
Edge
link
Punk.
to edgepunk.net.
Hey, LZ, what's up, LZ, in the chat? Sorry, buddy, I didn't see you
Go check it
earlier.
out.
I haven't been
Steve Austin, $6
keeping
million
track of the
man,
chat.
action
I'm
figure.
sorry,
Yeah, I
folks.
still got mine.
And happy Mother's Day to LZ's mom if she's still around. I would be kind of
No, she's
surprised. She'd have to be
been
pretty
gone
old.
for a while. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say she'd have
But
to
now
be
she
pretty
has
old.
he still has a stepmom, good friend of the family. It's a lot.
Mm. Well, happy Mom's Day to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
mom's
I mean, I've
gone
seen
for a
my
while.
mother. I've seen my mother, so I'll probably just chillax the rest of the day. What are you going to do for dinner? Do you know yet? I don't think Mama
Hail
Hawk's
to you,
home yet, is
Tank
she?
Bear. What's that?
Pay
No, yeah, Mom.
$2,000 for this pizza or finish it with 6 of your friends and it's free. Whoa, there's no way.
$2,000? What the
And they put
fuck
you on
kind
a
of pizza?
timer, apparently. Let's check this out.
What the hell kind of pizza costs $2,000?
Yeah, I mean, they want $2,000 for it, or I mean,
It better be the highest
it's just
end
binge eating.
pepperoni.
Well, it's all kinds.
What?
Look at that.
$2,000 if you don't finish. So if you and 6 people can finish it, it's free.
You eat it all, it's free.
Last slice, everyone. You ready?
You and 6 friends. So there's 7 people there.
Yeah,
They could do that.
I made this. Why did you make this?
That's just a fucking gimmick, dude. There's no. They're not even using special ingredients or anything.
Yeah.
Like, if it's gonna be a $2,000 pizza, then it should be the best pepperoni you can find on the face of the earth. Directly from Italy, the best sausage, the handmade dough. Everything should be for that kind of money. I mean, it's a fucking pizza. Come on, $2,000.
That's a lot. Yeah.
It's insane for a pizza.
Finish it.
I don't care what you put. You gotta put gold flakes and diamonds on that motherfucker, really.
Yeah. I like pizza, but I would rather, enjoy it. I'm a slow eater. Like to enjoy it. And when it
We've
comes to
got
pizza,
gold
there's not
foil
much to it.
pepperoni for you on this pizza.
I agree with that. You ought to have some really, rich ingredients
I
on
mean,
it, but that looked like
it ought to
regular
be
pizza
fucking
to me.
fancy, dude. Instead of anchovies, you got super high end, $1,000 an ounce caviar or some shit. I mean,
Yeah.
for that kind of money for a pizza, you better be using some high end ingredients, man. I want that shit to be amazing. And I like pizza. Don't get me wrong, but $2,000? Come on.
Who eats goat pizza? Well, I mean,
What
metal
did
plate.
it say?
I mean, there
You
are
could have
people.
up to 8 people? Was that what it was?
You and 6 friends, so there's 7 of you eating it. I wouldn't think that much pizza that they had laid out there
7?
would that be that much problem. If everybody eats about 8 pieces, I can eat.
I mean, if you
8
got
good
some
sized
pretty good eaters with you, I would think you could probably
Yeah.
do that without
If
too
you're
much
hungry,
trouble.
I just don't
Yeah.
like to binge eat. I mean, they give you these
I mean, I
hamburgers that
could
are that
take
tall.
I could take at least one of those pieces down, maybe 1.5 if I was really hungry. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
with
It's making me want
with
to have
set
pizza
with
now, but
6
I'm
other
gonna go have
people,
meatloaf and mashed potatoes instead.
Oh, bro,
Maybe I'll
I'd
get pizza
bring
tomorrow.
a bunch of my big like ex-football player buddies and shit. The guys that could still like eat a whole pizza by themselves. You know, it's like, hey, we're going to do this challenge.
Well, I
Fuck
mean,
that
it'd
shit.
be something fun to do with your friends, but there ain't no way I'm laying down a couple grand for that pizza.
No, dude. I mean,
Sorry.
if it was,
I'd say
I
here's a
mean,
50,
that's a pretty
we
big
had
pizza.
fun.
Say,
Thanks.
like $200 top. You know, if you can't eat it all, it's $200.
What if you didn't pay? Would they take you to court?
Oh, you'll go
I
to jail,
doubt it.
dude.
You go to
No, but
jail.
bullshit. The restaurant will call the cops. The cops will
You
come
gonna be
there.
next to the Hamburglar or what?
Yeah,
Grimace?
yeah. The hamburger and the French
You
fry
never
guy.
took me alive, see?
The little mop looking French fry guys.
Beep,
Yeah,
beep, beep,
that
beep,
that
beep,
was
beep.
the hamburgers gang.
Wobble, wobble.
Wobble, 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 wobble.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. Keep collecting. Have a great Mother's Day. We love
Hey,
you.
well, happy Mother's Day, and thank you all for coming by. It's been a wonderful couple of hours
Absolutely.
with y'all.
Get to
And
grilling.
I'm gonna go find some dinner.
Do some grilling.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
I'm
make some
gonna do
magic.
that.
Heat up some tragic meatloaf.
Oh, I thought you were saying you're gonna go make some magic mushrooms there for a second. Wow.
No, but it
Right.
sounds